Good evening, and thank you for joining us on the Black Business Project show. We're so glad to have you with us tonight because this show is all about celebrating Black excellence, entrepreneurship, and community. Each week, we spotlight Black-owned businesses, share their stories, and highlight the impact they're making right here in our communities. We also bring you educational tips and cultural features, giving you not just inspiration, but real tools and knowledge you can use to grow and succeed. So sit back, stay tuned, and get ready to be informed, inspired, and empowered. I'm Nigeria. This is the Black Business Project show. Let's get into it. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to community-focused news and updates. As we wrap up the final days of vacation season and prepare for the school year to get into full swing, I want to share some quick travel and safety tips that can help you and your loved ones enjoy your trips safely and stress-free. First up, travel insurance. In the event of an emergency like an unexpected illness, a stolen bag, or flight cancellations, having travel insurance can give you peace of mind and provide the coverage you need when you need it the most. Next, copy those important documents. Your driver's license, your passport, airline tickets, even hotel reservations. Keep both a physical copy and a digital copy stored safely. If something is lost or stolen, you'll be glad you had a backup. Now let's talk about research. Before you head out, take a little time to learn about your destination. Travel apps can help you find restaurants, local attractions, or even areas you might want to avoid. The more you know ahead of time, the smoother your trip will go. Here's another one. Keep your loved ones in the loop. Let a trusted friend or family member know where you're going, how long you'll be there, and check in with them from time to time. Not only does it help keep you safe, but it also gives your loved ones a peace of mind. And speaking of staying in touch, always make sure you're connected. Keep your phone charged, and if possible, carry a portable power bank. That way you're never stuck without a lifeline in case of an emergency. Now here's the big one. Be careful with public Wi-Fi. We all love free internet at airports and hotels, but open networks can make your personal information vulnerable to hackers. Use a VPN service that adds an extra layer of security, keeping your browsing safe. It's a small step that makes a big difference. Another smart move. Notify your bank or credit card company of your travel plans. If you suddenly start spending in a city miles away from home, your bank might think your card's been compromised and freeze your account. That's the last thing you want on vacation. So let them know in advance and consider carrying a backup card just in case. And finally, the golden rule. Trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, whether it's a place, a situation, or even a person, remove yourself immediately. It's always better to be safe than sorry. So as you take these last few trips before school is back in full swing, remember a little preparation can go a long way. Stay safe, enjoy the adventure, and make memories that last a lifetime. I'm Nigeria, and this has been your community-focused news and updates. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hey, tribe, come join the largest Black business directory on the Gulf Coast. Join Bantu Cola, where we advertise, buy, and advocate for Black businesses. Bantu Cola, be Black, buy Black, think Black.
Welcome back. Now it's time for one of my favorite parts of the show, the Small Business Spotlight. This is where we shine a light on Black-owned businesses, share their journey, highlight their services, and celebrate their impact on our community.
The beginning of the days of what Lemonade Stand Bootcamp was designed to be was to actually take the idea of the business world and bring it down to a level for kids so that they can adopt it. It's literally in the name, Lemonade Stand Bootcamp. The idea that the good old lemonade stand kind of additive, where everyone gets started with a lemonade stand, selling lemonade in their neighborhood, or selling Kool-Aid or frozen cups or the Candy Man, right? Same idea, same concept. And the biggest thing around that was the idea that I can take a lemonade stand and I can literally teach every basic business principle I need to teach, right? And you think, oh, how can you do that with lemonade? Well, it's simple. Number one, it's actually the economics of producing lemonade. I can create a custom product, teach kids about trademarking, teach kids about having a secret formula, having a formula in general that they can differentiate themselves from other people who are making lemonade, then actually patent that formula, market and brand that formula, create a lemonade stand that looks different from everyone else, right? Creating that storefront that looks different from everyone else, and then actually create sales tactics, sales schemes of how to sell your lemonade to actually recruit people to buy your lemonade, and then be able to use a sale price that you have set for your lemonade and actually sell at retail, right? That's the primary principle, sell at retail, and then you buy sugar and lemons and water and supplies at wholesale, and that difference you keep, that's your profit margin, right? Understanding those principles, I can set you loose to do any product you want, any service you want technically, and that's the premise behind Lemonade Stand Bootcamp, is to teach those young generation, right, primarily middle and high school students, how to actually go into business for themselves.
The highs were watching, so we actually went into our first school in January of 2024. And the high was watching these young people really pick up the information and learn and know about financial literacy and learn about business development and not make them be bored. They actually had a lot of fun. They got a chance to do some things that they had never done before, and it really showed me that they were capable of learning the information. The lows were when I would go and talk to people about what I was doing, especially whenever I would go to a bank or someone because we were looking for funding, was they would tell me they already had what we had. And the truth of the matter is they didn't. And they have a financial literacy program, but it was geared towards everyone. And what we did was we took and we catered the program to Black and Brown people. We even put the language in that most Black and Brown people use, so we can show them exactly what it was that they were missing out on when it came to financial literacy. So for them to say, for banks and for other people to say that they already have a financial literacy program, good for you, yay, proud of you. But it was not geared towards the people that we needed to be geared towards, and that was the low point, because they felt like it was not worth being it was not worth the investment, as opposed to not seeing that it was something totally different that they should invest in. So those are my highs and lows.
The financial literacy was kind of an evolution as you kind of came in and was kind of helping to shape and take the idea moving forward. The idea with financial literacy was built around the continued growth, because if you can start a business, but you don't have an understanding of what's happening with your money, then there's a gaping hole in that platform. The reason we go into business primarily in for-profit industry is to actually make a profit, right? We're offering a product or a service to generate a profit for our own needs, right? Our own want and help. And so helping our children, helping our youth, helping our young adults understand the purposes of business and the importance of financial literacy, they go hand in hand. Because if you have business but not financial literacy, you're going to lose your shirt, because you're going to overpay for supplies. You're going to undercharge your customers, right? What should be the market rate for a product of value, right? And it's very important to then take some of those profits and actually use them to invest in different streams of income, right? Taking that money, putting it into a high yield savings account so that you can grow that money in a safe way, or putting that money into an investment that will continue to grow and generate more revenue for you, where you're not actually up spending time and effort, right? Your energy, your man or woman hours, right? You can put that money to work for you so that it can generate more money for you in a different stream. So I think it's very important to tie those two things together. You need one with the other.
The first thing I thought about was getting people that knew stuff that I didn't know, especially with this particular board, because for me, I'm all about being able to come in and learn from other people and be able to utilize what they have in order for them to be able to help us to create something that we had not had before. So I pulled in people that knew about housing. I pulled in people that knew about investing. I pulled in people that knew about banking. I pulled in people that knew about marketing. I pulled in different groups of people and even teachers that we needed, because we had to be able to make the books where it was relatable to a child. So we pulled in different kinds of people that literally understood different areas of finances. And then we started pooling all of our resources at that point so that we can make sure that what we were teaching the young people, they would be able to grasp it in a way where it was completely understandable and completely realistic for them. So when putting the board together, that was one of the things that my focus was, to make sure that we had people in position that could answer the questions that I couldn't answer. Because even though I have like a 12-year background in banking, I was in collections. That was where I did most of my work. So I understood the collection part of it. I understood some of the banking part of it. I understood some of the things that we needed to do. But when it came to investing, I had no clue. When it came to property, I had no clue. When it came to some things in marketing, yes, I have a marketing background, but we pulled another person in that can think outside the box. And it was like, okay, whoa, that's awesome. So we had to be able to put people in position that understood certain levels of business and certain levels of finance and certain levels of different things that no one had thought about before, so we can put our booklets and everything together. And not only that, but the game creation. So we designed a game called Check Your Money. And this game was so powerful. But if you saw the first drawing of it as opposed to what it looks like now, it's like it's enhanced like almost 25% or 100% more than what we had before. But it took all of the collective minds for us to get together and say, okay, that's not going to work. We need to change this out and we need to put this in there. So yes, making sure that the people that we had around us on the board, around me and the board, was vital in order for me to get the information out there. So how does that translate over for the business part of it for the business? Well, in order for me to be able to make sure that our business was really, really popping and doing what it was supposed to do, it was necessary for me to make sure that I had the key people in place so that we can run the business correctly. Now that we've gotten everything in place, we're looking for more business owners that are interested in being a part of this. But we've gotten the foundational piece together, and that was the most important thing for me at this point.
Catrice, let me piggyback on top of that, because you brought up the game. I was actually going to ask you next about the roadmap for Lemonade Stand Bootcamp. And now that you brought these partnerships together with this board, this creative board, how did you all get into that development of the game? You talked a little bit about the iterative development of the game to getting it to a product demo model, and then now getting to a final model after you've had some youth and young adults play this game, right? How are you now moving forward? What's the roadmap for Lemonade Stand Bootcamp to actually roll these products out, the literature and the actual game to actually get to the masses, so that the financial literacy of the community can actually come up by doing something as simple as playing a game?
So the game is already out. It's on sale right now. Let me go into the roadmap of that. So when we first started putting the game together, it was basically like a regular, I want to say it was like the Black version of life. Best way to put it. And so we started putting some things on the board and getting things in position. But when we first played the game was really, really long and people lost interest in it. So we were trying to make sure that we had all the bells and whistles. And so I began to talk to the board about what we needed to have in there. And then as we began to talk to it, to the people, I began to realize that there were some things that were missing. And so Together, we sat down, went through the board itself, and really broke down each piece and why it was doing what it was supposed to do. And then we put it back together, and it became a really phenomenal piece. Now, the game, like I said, right now is on sale. If you go to lemonadestandbootcamp.com and hit the shop, it's out there. What we're doing is we want to get the board game into family members' hands right now, because I'm going to tell you something. People always go out for Christmas time and they buy all these wonderful Christmas gifts, but then whenever the new year comes in, they're broke. I'm going to challenge you to buy this game for your family and play it on the day of Christmas. If you play this game, and I'm not saying not to buy anything else, but if you buy this game and you play this game, I promise how you buy Christmas next year will be totally different, because you're going to be thinking financially how you're going to help your family. The question becomes, do you need the stuff that's going to break this year after the kids have gotten it for a few years, the bells and whistles, or do you want to teach them something that's going to last them a lifetime? So the goal is for us to make sure that you get something in your hands where you and your child, you and your family can learn financial literacy and be able to grow. Now, the game is $65, but listen, the investment that you make now will be something that you can use later on down the road. And you can not only teach this one time, but you can teach it generationally. And that's how we want to do this. We want to get generational wealth in, but you cannot learn generational wealth if you don't know the game. So the game is so that we got a game that's going to teach you the game so that you can learn the game and be able to play the game in your world.
That concludes our small business spotlight. We'll be right back after this short break.
This summer, join the Lemonade Stand Bootcamp, a transformative program for disadvantaged youth unlocking the path to financial literacy and economic empowerment. It's been proven that when people have the tools needed to become financially stable, they are more likely to invest in their future. A passionate group of Black business leaders and entrepreneurs have united with a common goal to uplift the knowledge and the mindset of the underprivileged, starting with our youth. Through education, encouragement, and empowerment, we're providing the knowledge needed to build legacies and become financially free business owners. But we can't do this alone. If you would like to contribute as a volunteer, sponsor, or simply by donating, please visit www.lemonadestandbootcamp.com or call 850-361-8829. Be a part of the solution. Be the bootstraps. Contact us today.
In a community that's rich with hues and shades, it's time to address a challenge that often lurks the shadows away: colorism. We are beautiful no matter what shade of brown we are. Let's stop colorism. Together, let's break the barriers of colorism and build bridges of acceptance. Join Bantu Cola, where we're actively working to eradicate colorism. Visit our website to discover how you can be part of the movement where diversity in all its shades are celebrated. Celebrating Blackness in every hue by eliminating colorism.
Up next, it's time for our business tip segment where we share strategies, insights, and advice to help you grow, manage, and scale your business with confidence. Customer service is the heart of any business. It's what keeps people coming back, what attracts new customers, and what drives your sales. Even the smallest changes in how you treat your customers can make a big difference in your success. Now, when it comes to Black-owned businesses, conversations about customer service can vary. That's why today we're sharing practical tips to help you leave a lasting impression. First, be accessible and responsive. Customers should never struggle to contact you, and how quickly you respond really matters. Second, Value customer feedback. One of the best ways to know how you're doing is to simply ask. When customers share their experiences, not only do they help you improve, they also feel heard and appreciated. And third, create spaces for dialogue. Don't just talk at your customers, engage them. Use social media to invite comments, share customer photos, and encourage reviews. And even a short survey can go a long way in building connection and trust. Now, let me share a recent experience of my own. Just last month, I celebrated my birthday with a vacation on a popular cruise line that many in our community enjoy. But before the trip, there was a lot of concern. The cruise line announced new policies about the music played at certain events, and many in the Black community felt singled out. I'll admit, I had my own reservations about how this would affect my vacation. But once on board, staff members made it clear. These changes weren't about targeting anyone. The goal, they explained, was to create a safe and enjoyable environment while still keeping the popular music guests love. That clear communication helped reshape the narrative, and it also showed that the company was listening and that they cared about making customers feel respected. And that's what good customer service looks like. Listening, responding, and building experiences that create loyalty and trust. Because at the end of the day, when businesses invest in their customers, everybody wins. And that wraps up today's business tips. Don't go anywhere. More of the Black Business Project show is coming up right after this.
Hey, tribe, come join the largest Black business directory on the Gulf Coast. Join Bantu Cola, where we advertise, buy, and advocate for Black businesses. So sign your business up today at BANTUCOLA.com, BantuCola.com. Bantu Cola, be Black, buy Black, think Black.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Black Business Project. Tonight, we're talking about resources and guidance for small business owners, especially right here in Pensacola, because when Black-owned businesses thrive in our community, we all thrive. Now, did you know the Minority Business Development Agency, also known as MBDA, is a part of the U.S. Department of Commerce? This federal agency was created to promote the growth of minority-owned businesses across the country, and it's more than just advice. The MBDA helps solve real problems business owners face, like limited access to capital or difficulty competing for contracts. They provide hands-on solutions, including help with financial management and planning, as well as support for bid and proposal preparation, negotiations, and closing deals. That means less stress and more opportunities for your business to grow. Here's an inspiring example. Meet Tamara Turner. She was a single mother working 3 jobs while going to school full-time, just trying to keep her dream alive. With the help of MBDA resources, she transformed that dream into reality, and today she owns a multi-million-dollar dessert and food service business. Stories like hers remind us that the right tools and support can truly change lives. Now let's bring this closer to home. Right here in Pensacola, we've seen the impact of Black-owned businesses, from restaurants, catering services, to beauty and wellness shops, to creative startups making their mark. Businesses like Island Fish and Grits have become not only places to eat, but gathering spaces that celebrate our culture and history. Blue Dot Barbecue has been serving generations with a taste of tradition that locals and visitors can't get enough of. These businesses remind us of the strength and resilience of Pensacola's Black community and why resources like the MBDA are so important. Now, while the nearest MBDA business centers are located in New York City, you don't have to travel far to get started. You can reach the agency directly by calling 202-482-2332 or visit mbda.gov to explore their programs, find resources, and learn how you can apply these opportunities to your own business journey. So whether you're just starting out or ready to scale up your business to the next level, know that support is out there. And remember, when we support Black-owned businesses in Pensacola, we're not just investing in entrepreneurs, we're investing in the growth culture and the future of our entire community. I'm Nigeria, and this has been your resource access and guidance. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this short break.
Group economics is about harnessing the strength of our community to create opportunities for everyone. It's not just about spending money locally. It's about empowering each other with knowledge and financial literacy. Group economics is about building trust and collaboration. It's all about recognizing the talents and skills within our community and leveraging them for the benefit of all. Join Bantu Cola in the promotion of group economics and let's financially flourish together. When our community practices group economics, something incredible is happening. It's a movement that's changing lives and building a brighter future for us all. Join the movement. Embrace group economics. Together, we can create a stronger, more resilient community where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Because when we invest in each other, we invest in our future. And y'all, the kids are the future. Let's make sure they have what they need. When we come together, we can achieve so much more. By supporting each other's businesses, we're reinvesting in our community. Together, we're making dreams a reality.
Welcome back to the Black Business Project show. You know the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, sometimes all it takes is a cup of tea. That's right, today we're looking at 3 herbal teas and their surprising health benefits. Let's start with ginger tea. Known for its spicy kick, ginger tea has been used for centuries as a natural remedy for nausea. But it's more than just a stomach soother. Ginger contains ginger oil, a powerful antioxidant that helps fight disease, strengthen your immune system, and reduce inflammation in the body. Next up is chamomile tea, one of my personal favorites. Chamomile comes from the flower of the daisy. It's famous for being calming before bedtime, but it also carries vitamins and minerals like potassium, calcium, and folate. Studies suggest chamomile may help lower the risk of heart disease, support your immune system, and even provide some protection against cancer. And ladies, research shows chamomile tea may also bring relief for PMS symptoms. Finally, let's talk about hibiscus tea. This one is made from the vibrant petals of the hibiscus flower, and it's as powerful as it is beautiful. Packed with antioxidants, hibiscus tea also gives you minerals like potassium, calcium, and magnesium. And here's the big benefit. Studies suggest that hibiscus tea can lower blood pressure while also supporting heart health and offering antiviral protection. So the next time you reach for a warm cup of tea, remember, you're not just enjoying a soothing drink. You might also be giving your body a little extra boost. And if you'd like a deeper dive into the research behind these teas, you can find more information on the Harvard Medical School website at healthharvard.edu. This has been your educational segment on the Black Business Project show. Stay tuned, there's more to come. Welcome back to the Black Business Project show. Tonight, in our cultural and historical feature, we're highlighting a powerful piece of Pensacola's history that lives on in Escambia County, Johnson Beach. Johnson Beach was named in honor of Rosamond Johnson Jr., a young Pensacola native turned hero and the very first soldier from Escambia County to lose his life in the Korean War. At just 15 years old, Johnson lied about his age so he could enlist in the U.S. Army and help support his family. He was assigned to the 24th Infantry Regiment, one of the Army's last segregated units stationed in Japan. When the Korean War began, his regiment was among the first sent into combat. On July 26, 1950, during a fierce battle, Private Johnson carried 2 wounded soldiers to safety, but when he returned a third time to rescue another comrade, he was fatally killed. He was just 17 years old. Less than a month later, on August 21st, Johnson was posthumously awarded the Purple Heart for his bravery. It's important to understand the world that he left behind. When Johnson enlisted, Pensacola, like much of the South, was still under Jim Crow laws. African Americans faced restrictions on nearly every aspect of daily lives, including access to beaches. When Pensacola Beach was marked whites only, the eastern end of Perdido Key became a refuge for Black residents to enjoy the Gulf and gather as a community. After Johnson's heroic sacrifice, the Sunset Riding Club Incorporated, which leased that beach property from the county, proposed naming the area Johnson Beach in his honor. It was both a tribute to his service and a recognition of the beach's role in the African American community. Today, Johnson Beach is a part of the Ghost Island National Seashore. It offers pavilions, restrooms, picnic areas, and grills along miles of the shoreline and natural beauty. But beyond the amenities, visitors are encouraged to stop at the memorial dedicated to Rosamond Johnson Jr., a lasting reminder of his courage and sacrifice. So whether you're there to enjoy the beach, share time with family, or reflect at the memorial, remember this: Johnson Beach isn't just a destination. It's a reminder of sacrifice, resilience, and the progress of a community that continues to honor its heroes. This has been our cultural and historical feature on the Black Business Project show. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
Looking for a way to grow your business? Advertising with the Black Business Project show is a great way to be noticed. We can help you grow your business with minimal effort on your part. For more information or prices, contact the email down below. We want to know what you think. Do you think the Black community supports each other? Scan the QR code and answer the question. Next week, we'll go over the answers.
Thank you for joining us for the Black Business Project show. Remember, when we support Black-owned businesses, we're not just helping entrepreneurs, we're investing in families, building stronger communities, and shaping a brighter future for us all. Be sure to join us again next time for inspiring stories, practical tips, and cultural features that celebrate Black excellence. I'm Nigeria, and this has been the Black Business Project show. Be sure to join us again next time for more inspiring stories, practical tips, and cultural features that celebrate Black excellence. I'm Nigeria, and this has been the Black Business Project show. Until next time, boldly building Black business together.